Let's change up the vibe, want you in my life. I sit to the side, I will let you decide. I stay out of the way, I know you know what's best for me. Just a pinch more of your spirit completes the recipe. You're all that I needed, tired of playing defense. When you take control of my life, it has a meaning. I need you to have your way. I don't wanna drive, I'll stick to the side. I just wanna ride along. I gotta ride along. You can take the wheel, I'll be still in jail. I just wanna ride along. You got full control. I'll leave it up to you, I promise. I'm not gonna move, you got this. I'll just work on me while you driving. Ride along, ride along.
What's up, YouTube? YouTube. What's up, y'all? Oh my goodness. Got another crazy episode. You know we named it. Oh, okay. All right. And then All right. So you guys got that out your system. Okay. All right. So episode 8. We made it to episode 8. What are we doing? So let's check out what are we doing in these relationships? Start with like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Stop falling for the okie doke. What are we doing? So there goes my beautiful co-host. All right. Well, let's start it off.
I'm gonna hurt a lot of feelings with this post, man. But I hope that I help a lot of men out. If your girl is not freaky with you, right? That's because you were the runner-up. You're not really the nigga that she wanted. You're the one that stuck around through all the bullshit and all the games and the whole phase and the gold digger phase. And, you know, she just was like, you know what? It's time. You her settled down, nigga. You not her best life, nigga. There's levels to this shit. You the nigga that she felt bad for, like, I'ma give him some pity, pussy. You the responsible nigga. She didn't want you. You was the responsible one. You the one that know where your birth certificate at. You the one that know where, you know, all your documents is at. She knew that you would be a good dad. But you not the nigga of her dreams. It just is what it is. And a lot of people don't know they role. But I'm trying to say, is a nigga out here that know your girl better than you. Is a nigga out here that know your chick better than you. You busy complaining because she won't give you head. She sucking that nigga dick from the back and eating his ass. And he looking at you like, you don't think your girl a freak. Only if you knew. You don't even know your girl because she settled for you. So you getting the reserve pussy. You getting the pussy rich. Ladies, am I lying though? If I'm lying, unfollow me right now. Because you know you got a nigga in your house that you settle for. You know it's a nigga that you entertaining right now that you settle for. Because you couldn't lock good dick Malik down. You couldn't lock him down. So you settled for Robert and Chauncey and Charles and Sean.
Whoa. You settled for Robert, Chauncey, and Sean. You know, I hate when people say that. When they say specific names for certain things that they're making fun of, because all of a sudden that makes you feel like you don't want to have that name anymore. Am I right or am I wrong? Like, if they mess around and say if your name John or something like that, and somebody do something weird or obscene or out of hand, and next thing you know your name is John, you're like, man, bad day for Johns today. You know what I'm saying? Like, that one John messed it up for all of us. You know, so it's crazy. Real crazy. Oh, Boombox.
Hi.
What's up?
Nothing much. I was having a little technical difficulty.
You overcame it. Good job. Let's get to this next one. Did you see that one? You had anything you wanted to?
No comment.
No.
And does not want you to be friendly with other men. And a lot of women will justify this by saying, "Oh, I was just being nice. I was just being polite." Don't be nice. Don't be polite. Be correct. Be the right.
My man said, "Be correct." Do you hear that? Don't be nice. Don't be polite. Be correct.
Person, okay? It's not about doing what feels good, it's about doing what is good for the relationship, okay? So sometimes having that conversation is unprofessional and it's not necessarily conducive to being in a relationship. Going into a relationship and a partnership means that you can't do certain things that you used to be able to do before. It goes both ways for men and women. And so the reality is you're not supposed to really put yourself in those situations that increase temptation, because everyone is capable of cheating. The people that stay loyal in relationships are the ones that stay away from temptation. And sometimes being friendly to you might be them flirting with you, and you might not even realize this, because men understand that women build a relationship first, and sometimes they try to build that relationship with you knowing that you have a boyfriend because they know that they can be your next option. It's a very, very deep psychological maneuver that not a lot of people understand, but men see it. Men, it's not that he doesn't trust you, he just doesn't trust other men. And you're supposed to make other men jealous of your man, not your man jealous of other men.
That is crazy.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Crazy. He killed that, didn't he?
He did. It definitely goes both ways, though.
Jealous, you know. What's up? What's up? Oh, that car is nice. That is dope. That is really, really dope. Where, you know.
What is dope?
Where that happens.
What? So let me just say, the comment that he made, or the statement that he made, it makes a lot of sense, and I can understand, like, you know, how a guy may feel, but that behavior goes both ways, and a lot of times, you know, people can be flirtatious without realizing that they are being flirtatious, just in the way that you say some things, or in the way that, you know, you may you know, approach a person can also be flirtatious. So I do agree and understand with what he's saying, but I also at the same time feel like it's okay to converse with others of opposite sex.
So, but do you get the point where he's saying that your man shouldn't be the one that should be feeling jealous? This equates
to your mate should not feel jealous, whether it's a man or a woman. They should not have that.
Right. I'm just saying, if anybody should feel jealous, the guy should be jealous. So basically what he's saying is, if your man feels jealous, it's because you've done something out of bounds to threaten him. Right? Yeah. And so instead of your man being the one that should be jealous, he should be so secure, you should be so secure with him, that the other person who wants you should be jealous that they can't have you because he has you.
Absolutely. But like I said, I didn't disagree with what he said. I said it goes both ways.
I mean, it does go both ways, but
there isn't a but. There isn't a but to that.
There isn't a but to that.
It goes both ways. The man should carry himself in a sense of making sure that his woman remains confident in who she has and who she is, and vice versa.
I don't believe that's true.
Well, we'll fight about it later.
No, I mean, it doesn't go both ways. So, you know, I think there should be an understanding, and I feel like both people should be really sensitive to the other person's feelings when it comes to how they should display themselves in the relationship. Did I say that right? Was that the perfect word?
Yeah, no, it shouldn't. Your behavior should never be questioned by your mate, partner, loved one, whatever you want to call it.
Significant other.
Yeah, all that. Right. The person you say you love.
Right. All right, let's go on to this next one. All right, y'all. This next one about to be fire for the people that think stuff like this fire.
There are a few things you have to keep in mind.
One,
she probably don't want a man or the responsibilities of a relationship. She just want help. You know.
Yep, that's why they ask, can you pay their bills? That's obvious now. That's obvious.
Like, she can never respect or value or appreciate you because she don't care about you.
So, hey, for you guys that have the argument, oh, I got all this money and this and that and blah 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 blah. You know, now when you don't have any money anymore, you may be on your going out the game bed. You know, she may or may not be there. You know, I just okay. I just
You, she care about what you can do for her, and that's okay. Secondly, is that she don't care about what you can do for her because she probably can reciprocate it.
I don't know. Hold on, guys. I don't know why he said and that's okay, but
Because she's still healing from past traumas and triggers, she doesn't feel deserving or worthy or ready yet, and that's okay. Third is that she's not healing, she's not controlling or want just help. She actually got her ish together. She's focused, she's determined, she's progressing, and she's not about to settle for mediocrity. So you can't come with just the bare minimums. Don't waste her time. Keep it moving. Lastly is that y'all might just not be connected emotionally, spiritually, entirely, and that's okay. Allow God time to deal with her while you prepare. But one thing I tell you most, never put down a woman just because she's not ready for you. Prepare yourself, and if you can't build her up, don't put her down. On purpose, with purpose, in purpose. If ain't nobody told y'all today, I love y'all. Let's go.
I like that. What do you think about that, Boom?
I mean, yeah, you have, if you're trying to enter into a person's life, you kind of, you're meeting them where they're at. Some people may just want help. Some people may have to still deal with healing and just don't really have time to entertain your needs of your interests into their lives. And then some women, yeah, they're in their bag and they're getting to the money, and so it's hard to cut that switch off when you're on your grind like that. You're trying to establish something, you're trying to build something. So sometimes a lot of women, because they're emotional, they find themselves getting involved with a guy and it throws them off of their game. And it throws their focus off because they become too invested in the man, forgetting what their priorities and responsibilities are, or just what they were doing that was helping them to grow. Sometimes in a lot of cases, women kind of fall off when dealing with certain guys. Pretty much.
That's how they. Okay, I want to make sure.
And just have a hard time,
getting back up. They sound like they're too flimsy.
So, yes, you do have to be.
All right.
You say someone who's submissive and you're the leader, then you'd be the person under would be what?
If I'm the leader, then anyone under me is following my lead. If they're following me, I am their leader. So you're looking for this equalness. It's a very feminist mindset. I'm saying that a man has roles and a woman has roles. Some roles can overlap sometimes because with inflation, both
Guys, I think he means roles.
parties are working, but there's no overlapping if someone breaks into the house. Who's getting the door? The man is gonna get the door. There's no overlapping if someone walks up to you and slaps your butt. He's handling that. You're not.
I don't know about all that.
Handling that. And if he doesn't handle that, you're breaking up with him. You will lose attraction for him and grow resentment for that man because
I was just joking.
he's not holding up the end of his duties. Same thing with the woman. If she's not being feminine, fit, fun, and submissive to the man, well, it's like we both working, but come home with a smile still.
So
Greet me with a warm hug. Cook some food. I'm out there mowing the
Get in that kitchen.
lawn. Bring me some lemonade. God dang, you see me mowing the lawn. So what I'm saying is there's roles to things. Sometimes it may overlap, but the man is still the leader. The man is the main decision maker. And the reason why is because he's just built that way. He's bigger, taller, stronger, faster. But not only that, he's less neurotic than a woman is. That means that he's not letting the stress and the adversities of the world overwhelm him.
I hear
But
what
you
you're
do.
saying.
But you do. I know, man.
Listen, y'all. He definitely gets a. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I can.
I'm sorry. I had to definitely give him that. Shout out to No Fugazi. That he broke that down so deliciously.
Yeah, I actually can
Enjoyed
agree.
it thoroughly, huh?
It was good.
Yeah, he killed that. He killed that. All right. I think
The other day,
nope, that's not.
And does not want
Nope. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties.
Don't respect me because I ain't got no money, then what type of woman is
It's the
that?
one
If
guy.
all she respect you for is money, then if a
Hold
woman
on.
don't respect me because I ain't got no money, then what type of woman is that? If all she respect you for is money, then why she not gonna go to the next dude who got more money? They call you a real.
So once again, I don't know, guys. This is the second video. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like if she only likes you for your money, how you got her is how you lose her.
Yeah, in some cases that can be the case, like, you know, what you can do for me. But in some cases, it's just some woman wants to make sure that you're financially stable. That's all.
Yeah. I mean,
Because they may be financially stable, so they want you to be financially stable as well.
they could be or they could not be.
Yeah, it could be. It could not be. It's a possibility. And that is also a vice versa thing too. Because some men get with women for what they have and what they see that she has that they need, like a roof over their head, you know. But let's just say if a woman is only with you for your money, you will know.
You'll know? How will you know? What will be the sign?
You will know because it's gonna always be what can you do for me? I need you to do this for me. Do for me. Do this. Do this. Do this. Do this. Do this. Do this. Do this for me.
So, well, would that apply to you pull up to a
Even in the
drive-thru
beginning.
and then you order some food and then you don't order her some? What would that fall?
What is she with you?
Yeah. She's definitely with you. She's with
Like
you.
in the seat?
Yeah, she's with you, you know, but y'all both got your own money. Y'all both make the same amount of money. So if this person pulls up to the drive-thru with that girl that makes the same amount of money, does the guy always supposed to buy the food, or do they both switch off and buy the food, or is that customary for the guy to always buy the food since they both have the same amount of money, the same amount of value, so to speak?
No, I mean that's just a trade-off. Like, just I'll get it today. You can get tomorrow or later. You know.
Is that like a conversation that they have, or is that something that's just known?
That's just something that will be naturally done.
Okay. Well, very curious about that. So, you know, so the girl shouldn't say, hey, you know, you should just buy this. You should just buy this for me, you know. So now what if the girl wants to eat somewhere and the guy's not hungry? How does that work?
Yeah, if he's not hungry and she want to eat, just take her to get something to eat so she can get whatever she gonna get.
Okay. But he still got to pay for it.
I mean, if he chooses to pay for it, I mean, if not, you know, I don't think it should be an argument. But if he's not hungry and she just wants to get her food, you know, maybe he needs to let her know, like, well, I didn't break my wallet, so I hope you don't think I'm buying her, you know, something, just to make sure that she doesn't assume that she's gonna buy it. I mean, he's gonna buy it.
Right. Hey, we stopped this too early.
Man, when everything you do is to serve and for them, and they call you sassy or not a real man when you're doing things for yourself. Society, TV has made a man prideful in his own enslavement. They want you to get up, go to work all day, work 40 hours, come home, take care of the kids, take care of the wife, don't drink, don't smoke, don't cheat, cater to your woman, take care of your family, and then one day you wake up and then you die. That's
oh my gosh.
So-called being a man. And a lot of dudes have adopted that ideology, and I wonder, like, where did that come from? You're supposed to do everything for everyone but yourself and put yourself last. Fuck that. I say put yourself first.
Who wrote that?
Wrote
That's
what?
what it looks like, right? What he just said. Like, you know, put yourself for everybody else. And then, like, is that something that's written in stone to be a man, a real man?
I don't know. This is my first time.
How can I be any good to anybody if I'm putting everybody else before me? So I got to take care of myself first. I got to put that oxygen mask in the plane on myself before I help everybody else. And that's what a lot of dudes out here is doing. They living quiet lives of desperation because they putting everybody else first, and they hate their life, and then they hate their wife, and they really don't like their situation, and then they end up doing a whole bunch of shit. You should take care of yourself first, because when you are who you supposed to be, then you can get it from strength.
What do you think now?
I think that I understand what he was saying.
Okay.
Everybody should know how to properly take care of themselves first before they can actually understand their roles as a man when it comes to being a family man in the home. It doesn't necessarily mean that you don't know how to be a man. It's just you need to know how to properly be a man and lead, and you shouldn't have resentment for that. It's just like with the woman saying, "Oh well, he don't want me to be a housewife. I gotta go and I gotta work, and then I gotta do 40 hours. Then I gotta come home. I gotta clean up. I gotta look after the kids. I gotta cook. I gotta, make sure my man tended to." Like that guy said, you don't get to complain because these are the things that you have to do. This is what is, needing to be done. But you have to take care of yourself in order to be able to do those things. But all that extra meat that he put in there, like,
Go ahead, then.
Don't cheat, don't smoke, don't drink, don't.
So you feel like he was doing that Barbie thing, the reversal of Barbie, where she was saying you got to be pretty, but you can't be this. You think he was doing the reversal of that?
Maybe, but I don't know. Like, I'm just saying, it sounded like he was it sounded like he was
Go ahead and say
complaining.
it.
Like,
I knew it. When a man tells a woman how they feel,
no,
they say
that's
they
not
are
the case.
complaining.
I said I understand what he was saying, but I'm saying all of the other stuff, and it always goes even for women to express how they feel. It comes off as nagging. So let's not do that.
Well, no.
Let's not do that.
When women nag is because they're telling somebody to do something
that they already told them to do a million times. That they
hold on. If you're complaining about something, then it's something that's affecting you in a negative way, and you want it to stop. Nagging is when you're actually telling somebody, you're actually affecting somebody else in a negative way. When you're nagging because you're telling them to do something probably more than once, or micromanaging or doing something like that. A lot of people frown upon micromanaging. So that's a form of nagging too as well, right? You're constantly nagging the employee to do something, right? Or I'm wrong?
I mean, yeah, that's a good point. But it's still like the same thing, because what he's doing is he's complaining about being a man. Like, I didn't hear anything. Listen, I'm just saying, I didn't hear anything that he said that he was not supposed to do. Like I said, the only thing that I do agree with is that you have to make sure that you're looking after yourself to be able to still do the things that you have to do as a man, as a husband.
Well, I think he feels like all the things that we have to do as a man, we have to go ahead and do all those things. And really nobody cares whether we have time for ourselves. So it's better that we understand that we have to make time for ourselves, because if we don't, then we destroy ourselves in the process of trying to be a man. Because why he was pointing out all those different avenues of being a man is because it's very hard to put on all those hats and be in all those places and make sure we put out all these fires to maintain our man status. Because if not, then we are called sassy or whatever if we want time to ourselves. Or we explain, like you said, it seems like he was complaining. But what he was doing is trying to paint a visual illustration or beautifully Van Gogh to display to you that it's hard out here being a guy,
but I mean,
I need to be able to. It's frowned upon for a man to take time for himself.
I don't believe that.
No, but it is, because as soon as a man thinks that, hey, let me give over the reins for a second, maybe, or
wait,
or let me go ahead.
Okay. Tell me, what does it look like when a man is giving time to himself, for himself? What let me know what exactly that means, so that maybe I can understand what he was trying to say a little bit better, because right now I don't see it. I mean, he looks like, he is looking after himself. It looked like he goes shopping.
No, I think he's just saying that you get lost. You get lost in trying to be, I guess, such a masculine male that sometimes you forget about, like yourself, like your health. You know, for one, like, you know, you're so busy pushing to take care and be a man for your family or to your family or your friends that you lose yourself in the process. Like you all of a sudden start saying, hey, I might have to sacrifice this for health. You know, I might have to sacrifice sleep, which is sacrificing your health. You know what I'm saying? I might have to sacrifice a few meals so that I can get this new whatever, so that my family can be more comfortable. This new AC, you know, it just went out, you know, or we're trying to move. So it's a lot of things that men are known that they're supposed to do. Say so flat, hey, I can't do this or that. I might have to work some extra hours. You know, we'll do sacrifices because we're told that we need to fall on the sword, so to speak, and that everything is all on you, kid. Like they'll say, yeah, you guys are married together, right? But then if everything all falls apart, then they're like, didn't it fail? You know, he's just like, you know.
So you feel like that basically what he was saying stems around being healthy. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean,
when you say it like that, I can agree.
Right. Yeah, mental health wise, that was exactly what he was saying. Like, you know, sometimes we don't have to. Well, healthy, yeah, all around health, because sometimes we don't have the time to, you know, even stop to even talk about whatever's going. We're constantly formulating plans to adapt and adjust to the world that's around us. So that's what I just think that he was going in depth. He probably gave you a little bit too much information because, you know, you're a little bit more submerged in the lifestyle of real man that works in this one. What's not?
Well, I just wanted to make sure because, like I said, I did agree with, you know, men do need to make sure that they're taking care of themselves. However that looks. Like if you see something wrong with yourself, you know, or you don't like how you look.
Exercise, everybody. I don't care who you are.
Even women, though. Even women, like, you know, but that comes from having a balance.
Yeah, everybody. You guys are
I'm just saying, that comes from having a balanced home, though. You know, like in a lot of cases, women don't get to have that balance of, you know, making it to the gym because she has to look after the kids. And there's nobody there that's able to also look after the kids.
I want to say something my father told me. I hate to cut you off, Boom, but I got to stop you right there because I can't let that fly because the birthday month is coming up. So, yeah, first of all, one thing my father taught me is no excuses. So we can never say, and that's why I posted our friend Kat from a long time ago's post the other day. Like, we can't let our kids, our life circumstance stop us from making sure that we're doing preventative maintenance on our bodies. Because if not, when it breaks down, you're leaving it up to the new parts changer, the people that work on your real body, not the mechanics. Now, for those of you that have businesses on my dump truck website, you guys check that out. I talk about how mechanics are the biggest thieves. Now, we're going to think about big pharma and all that. I know you guys want to talk about politics and all that and doctors and this. But at the end of the day, you want to get somebody that's really going to look into, you know, what's going on. But first, you got to take care of yourself, which is first health. You got to drink water. You know what? I realize there's a lot of people out there that don't like drink water, but I'm not going to go off on this thing. This will be on man. People really hate water like they do.
They have to find a way to realize
that water is important.
How important it is. Like people don't really see the importance of water, but yeah. It is important. It's important when also making sure to flush her body. But anyway, so, you know, yes, you can't make excuses, but there are circumstances. And it's not saying that you can't find a way, you know, to make it happen. But you do have to try to figure out what way to make it happen for you, at least starting out until you get to another level and balance that level out. You know, that's kind of how it works. But as long as you have a plan in mind, you'll be all right.
Okay. All right. I appreciate that, Boom. As always, your lovely perspective and points of view amaze me. Let's move on to this next video.
Or as he could take me. Essentially,
you gotta pause there. We have to pause there because that is so real. They took us as far as they could. And if you don't realize that, we will be reaching out for them for things that they don't have.
Yeah, that's 100%. My dad's dad died when he was 7, so essentially his example that he had of a man stopped at the age of 7 for him. Now he actually did a little bit better than his father because he took me to about 11, 12 before he became emotionally absent and probably didn't know how to
What the next level was.
connect with me, you know, be that example, so forth and so on. But one thing I do believe is that God will send us what we don't have. And sometimes God packages what we need up in other people.
Yeah.
He'll send us fathers that we didn't have.
Once again, like I told y'all, like, hey, being a stepdad is hard, but some of us get packaged up because a lot of these kids out here that can't change the tire, oh my boy, or don't even, are scared to order food from drive-through window, scared to go to the store.
I think that doesn't have to be a step parent problem. It's just a social issue.
No, like really, you know. Well, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that could be a social issue. Like these kids are socially awkward right now. Like
Why do
they
you think
only
that?
know how to express themselves when they get to a certain level of anger, and it always comes out wrong a lot of times for these, you know, this youth.
Why do you think that is?
They don't know how to articulate their emotions.
That leads me to play this next video.
I don't have the words to articulate what I want to say in real time. So sometimes I got to ponder on those things like, dang, I literally don't know the words to articulate this particular emotion. You did something to me that I don't like, and I don't know how to put into words without hurting your feelings, how that made me feel.
That is me. That's me. Like if I'm to a certain level of anger, I have to walk away because I don't want to say something that I possibly will regret. And I will. You know,
how many times have you said stuff that you regretted?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at just not doing that.
Really? Okay. Well, on to the next video. And he did break that down. Like a lot of times you'll have so much stuff going on in your brain that you don't know where you want to pull from to answer some of these questions or how you should answer it in the correct environment because your level and your status in life, you know, things are constantly changing. You're constantly having to adapt your communication styles and everything else based on the crowd that you're around or what have you. So anyway, next video.
Women don't respect me because I ain't got no money. Man. Then what type of woman is that?
Whoops. So that just let you know. That just let you know that's a good video right there. It came back again. Let me check. Oh yeah, that was another good one too. Whoops.
Oh, I just fell.
What's wrong? That's my guy Jimmy. He rides bikes at 5 o'clock in the morning. Yo, Jimmy, stay off the yellow lines, brother.
About the Black history. We don't need no Black history. Stop looking back. We need some Black future. We know all the Black history in the world.
Because we want to bring it up every single time. I'm not saying, you know, the pain and the hurt and all this other stuff was there. But
I don't even think it's about that. Well, go ahead.
If we get stuck on not trying to figure out how to move forward and trying to create some type of unity, we all gonna stay divided, which is the most. I don't get this. This is like an ongoing issue that I felt like could have been solved a long time ago. Real simple. But anyway, we'll move. Go ahead. What were you gonna say, Boone?
Go ahead.
What more Black history can we learn to make us better? We need to cancel Black history. Stop talking about it. Let's talk about the future. What's coming, y'all? Who know how to grow food? Who can?
No trades. Everybody talks about what they would do if they had their own whatever, and you don't know how to do nothing. You can't even grow no food. You can't grow food, dude. Like, you know, how long would you survive?
You gotta try.
You have to be
something
self-sustainable, you know?
You know, make some clothes, whatever, you know.
Build your own vehicles.
Because it's probably gonna go back to a time where, you know, a lot of things are gonna be exchanged.
Mm.
It's the barter system.
Right.
Mhm.
Let's move forward a little bit more and see what he says about this. But I'm on board with you this time, Charleston, all the way so far, 100%.
Fly a drone. Why are we standing worried about history? What will history do for us at this point in life? Learn it. We still don't know economics. We still don't know nothing about a FICO score. Why are we studying history if we ain't going to look back to see how they grow food, how they used to work on the tractors? Why do we need to study history when we don't even know half our grandparents? We don't know our fathers. So why I need to know about black history and I don't even know about family history? My family history is how I break the curse, not black history.
Oh, that's
exactly what I was gonna say. When you was like, what were you gonna say? And I said, no, go ahead. I was gonna say, family history to me is more important than going back and finding out about,
what happened to
Ida B.
us.
Wells and Martin Luther King and what they, how we got here. We know how
find
we
out
got
who your people
here.
was. Find out what they built. Find out what their skills was. Find out how good they were in athletics. Find out so that you know where to home your kids and your next generation to be better than the ones before, instead of everybody being confused and running into their family members and realizing that it's their family members.
Right. And not just that, just what was the pattern? What did everybody do? What did your grandfather do? Was he a blacksmith? Was he a preacher? What did he do? Because these are the things that's going to be kind of embedded naturally into your DNA to know how to do, because it's part of your genes, it's part of your bloodline, and you'll be prideful in doing it, because you're still, the legacy is still going on of that skill.
Right.
Just somebody need to take it and just build it up the right way. Expand on it.
Said beautifully. All right. Well, let's go on to this next one. You ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, you don't sound too ready.
Just recently, my wife had an appointment. She goes to the appointment. It goes well. She makes it back home. When she gets home, she asks me a question. Because I was occupied, I answered kind of rude, hasty, just not the typical voice or tone that I would use with her. She stopped me right there and said, "Baby, I need you to watch how you talk to me." Now, my ego and my pride being involved right then, I'm like, "Talk to you? What you mean, baby?" She like, "Baby, listen, your tone has been different lately." 1, 2, I had a question I wanted to ask you while I was at my appointment, but because of how you've been responding to me lately, I thought against it because I didn't want you to embarrass me if I was on speakerphone and you responded rude. Now, I don't know about y'all, but that was enough to convict me right then and there. The last thing I want my wife to do, being the voice of reasoning for our relationship, is to feel like she's either inferior or not confident enough to confide in her husband about anything. So I adjusted. I said, "Baby, you know what? I value you for speaking your mind and your opinion. I will adjust and it won't happen again." We have to realize that our wives are our voice of reasoning. We're building forever with them. They're not the enemy. So men, ego aside, adjust on purpose, with purpose, in purpose. If ain't nobody told y'all today, I love y'all. Let's get it. Go kiss your wife.
Man, I love y'all with that LUL like stuff. I can't stand it. But anyway, go ahead. What's your thoughts on that, Boom?
That is true.
What's true?
What he said, like sometimes your wife or whatever may not call you and inform you of certain things if they're like somewhere else, because they don't know how you what's gonna come out your mouth.
Oh yeah,
on the other end of the phone. I mean, that's natural.
But I'm talking about the tone that he spoke about in the beginning.
Oh yeah, that's
the tone and how that was handled and yada yada yada. Like, do you believe that happens a lot? Like people talk out of tone, or
Yeah. I think tone is a big key player. Like when text messaging came out, nobody understood the tone of text. So it caused a lot of confusion. Then people realized that all caps was yelling and, exclamations and stuff like that mean, very adamant or whatever, excitement or whatever about what they're saying. Just certain things like that, people kind of didn't take into context. They just read the words and read what you're saying and took it in how they received it, whether it could have came gently or not on the other end, but the other end didn't realize how the other person on the receiving end was taking in how they were responding. So it can also be the same thing through, vocal communication. Your tone is everything in a conversation. I know a lot of times my tone get misunderstood.
Yeah, I was going to ask you right now, what do you think your tone's doing right now?
I don't know what my tone is doing right now, but I could be honest and tell you I'm being very nice. Oh, it's boring. Oh, is that what it is? Yeah, I don't know.
Wake up, man. Wake up.
That was you the other night. That was you.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, yeah, nobody knows what you're talking about. All right, let's
Took me as far as he could take.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so yeah, that was a really good video right there. We didn't really go into depth on that one where he said, my parents, my dad could take me as far as
I'm glad we stopped that one because I was about to cry.
You was about to cry? Oh,
mm-hmm.
And why? Go ahead. Explain why you was about to cry.
No, I just miss my dad.
Yeah. And why? Because he talked about some of that stuff and then like he took you places and brought you to a certain spot in your life where, after that, you got to, grow on your own. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with your mom. What spots do you feel like, was a pivotal point where you were like, well, I'm at this spot now and I think that I kind of know what my parents know. What age was that for you? Or like I feel like I can kind of understand to be able to go off on my own. Like you can see you can see through the window of going off on your own. Not saying that you were already there doing it, but you started having the thoughts like, I can do this on my own.
Honestly, I'm not sure what was the pivotal moment, but I was always pretty independent, even as a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I always, would, my parents would give me ideas and advice. But
what was your first thought though? Like your first thought of saying, I'm ready to move out. Like what age was that?
What age? Maybe 17.
Okay. So you
well, I was ready to move out, but then when I moved out, I was ready to go back home.
Wow.
What was I saying? But yeah.
So you was really ready. Okay.
I'm just saying. And I called my daddy.
Right, and you called your daddy. Yeah. He came right and got you.
I called my daddy. He came right to pick me up right when I called him.
Did the conversation go bad or good?
I just got in the car and I said, "Where we going?" He said, "Home."
I know you was happy as hell.
I was happy because I was a kid.
Yeah, and kids definitely nowadays need to learn how to be kids.
I wasn't really a bad kid.
Right, and make adults' life easy again. We need a red hat like Trump got. Make adults' life easy again, and let all the kids that support it wear it.
I'm telling you, make parents' life easy again.
That's a dope hat. Y'all don't steal that. It's already coined here. What time is it?
8:59.
Right, on the 23rd. So I already got first dibs on it. Don't take it. So anyway, I'm glad you guys all tuned in to the podcast of the year. Yep. Even though we haven't got the plaque yet, we're podcast of the year. I don't hear anybody clapping. I don't hear no clapping. I don't hear no comments saying.
Where y'all at? Where y'all at? There we go.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah.
right. That's right. Oh, thank you. Right. So, like, comment, and subscribe for more content, guys. We really would appreciate, if you guys tune in every time. We're gonna go ahead and start doing Mondays and Thursdays. That's what we're gonna try to commit to if possible. If not, we're gonna start sending out. Wow, guys! Wow! I mean, really, like.
I'm just saying.
I was like, you guys getting out of hand tonight. Like, I didn't even say nothing that spectacular. Like, this is.
I'm looking at you like, oh.
I mean, you guys didn't stop. Look, I really appreciate you guys coming in, but I mean, sometimes I'm trying to get the word out. You're gonna make me forget what I was about. But anyway, we're trying to get days, and we're looking at what you guys like and what you don't like or whatever, and we're trying to go ahead and get the content out. But until then, please continue to enjoy the show, and tune in next time for another episode of Link and Boom. Tap in, get wrapped in. Glad to have you here again. Smash that subscribe button so you know what's happening when it's happening. And we're going to start playing some games soon again on here. The last time I was sad because the games didn't go the way I expected it, but I stopped and I should have been consistent with it. So, that's how I'm ending it with my final thought today, consistency. And loving consistency is a really, really good start. And always put thought, and logic into everything you do.
My final thought is, yes, everyone needs to make sure that they're doing what they need to do to make sure that they maintain a healthy lifestyle. In the long run, it will help you and your family.
Yep. All right, guys. See you next time. Thanks for showing up.
I just wanna ride along. I just wanna ride along. I just wanna ride along. Let's change up the vibe, want you in my life. I sit to the side, I will let you decide. I stay out of the way, I know you know what's best for me. Just a pinch more of your spirit completes the recipe. You're all that I needed, tired of playing defense. When you take control of my life, it has a meaning. I need you to have your way. I don't wanna drive, I stick to the side. I just wanna ride along. I gotta ride along. You can take the wheel, I'll be still in jail. I just wanna ride along. You got full control. I'll leave it up to you, I promise. I'm not gonna move, you got this. I'll just work on me while you drive it.